up.
All right, Caroline has a hilarious, funny story for us. She said this is the funniest shit she's ever experienced in her life. Take it away, Caroline.
Oh God. So I went to my aunt and uncle's cattle farm in southern Virginia over the weekend.
Oh my God, you went all the way down there? That's such a hike.
Yeah, I know. Well, I went home back to the old VA stomping grounds for the weekend.
Veterans Affairs?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for your service.
But then they have a fall festival that they do every year. And so we trekked down 4 hours to the farm. And we brought our dogs. And there's literally no story, just a few statements. The dogs were obsessed with the chickens. And my puppy really liked the pigs. They had like miniature pigs. And my older dog barked at the cattle. So, yes.
Wow. I didn't know do you live in Virginia?
Yeah, I live in like northern Virginia, like right outside DC.
I had no idea.
But does your family own the farm?
No, it's like my aunt like married into it. Like, so it's
climbing the ladder.
What a play! What a play!
No, it's literally like a third generation like cattle and produce farm.
Oh,
it's very
wow.
legit.
They say marry into money, but I say no. Give me a farm.
I want to toil in the fields.
Give me 40 acres and a mule.
It was a good time though. She has a pet baby goat that lives in the house with them. Like it's a miniature goat, so like it's just always gonna be a baby goat. I want to say its name is Tim or something like that. Which is funny. Tim. It's like, oh, that's Tim.
I was at Wawa last night and I looked on the wall and you know how some stores will have a picture of the manager and they'll have their name on it? It just said Tim. No last name. It could have been anyone on earth. It was just, oh yeah, that's Tim. Anyway.
He needs no introduction. Funny. He's the Wawa manager.
Yeah.
He's like Kobe, LeBron, Beyonce. No, that's Tim.
Shakira, Tim.
That's Cedar Crest Wawa general manager, Tim. Bow in the presence of greatness.
Wawa, I found out, doesn't have mashed potatoes anymore, which is really disappointing.
You got the Wawa mashed potatoes to begin with?
Yes. Have you not had? They're so good.
They're good.
Please hang them.
They're gone now, so you'll never get to try them. So, who's at a loss here, Max? Who's at a loss? Me, probably.
Yeah. You're eating gas station mashed potatoes.
When you
and
put
the worst part is that when
that sounds way
away,
worse.
You felt a human emotion towards them.
I have no.
You became attached.
I have no excuses.
When we call it a gas station mashed potato, it makes it like 100% worse. It's a Wawa mashed potato. It's just
it's different.
True. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Although gas stations in Europe sell like gorgeous gourmet breads.
Yeah, when I was in Italy, we went to like a random gas station in the middle of the countryside.
It was delicious.
We were just trying to get a snack, and they were like, "Oh, we have no menu here. You just tell us what sort of thing you want." And they brought out like beautiful pasta and like bottles of wine and like.
No way! Wait, wine?
Like it was amazing.
When I was in France and like our group van would go get gas, I'd always come back with like a steamed baguette, cold cuts.
Oh my God.
Fun fact, in Europe, Sour Patch Kids are called very bad kids. I'm not kidding.
I like that. It makes you less guilty when you eat them.
It's more to the point. It's more to the point.
Sour Patch Kids, you don't know what they're about. They could be
that's a
good kids.
For something. No, these are very bad kids.
Yeah.
Very bad.
I think if you had asked for Sour Patch Kids in Italy, they would have just spit on you. They would have been like, "We don't know what that is. We don't eat that here. What is
or
Sour
if you said you were an American."
Yeah, well, that too. I would say Sour Patch Kids in Italian. Anybody know?
Beats
What
me.
good are any of you? Never mind.
I went
Oh,
to a
wait,
gas.
Sour Patch Kids in Italian is Wawa mashed potatoes.
Uh,
I went to a gas station in Texas, and it was they did sell Sour Patch Kids, and they also had like pickles, like in like just single pickles in plastic bags. And in the back of the place there was a goat farm. Like just there was the gas station, and in the back there was a fence with goats.
that's my aunt's farm.
Wow.
That's the
Oh
one
my
I was
God.
talking about.
Oh yeah.
I said Virginia. I meant Texas. Might be.
The pickle in the bags, though, they have those here. People
Yeah, I
are
guess they
like,
do.
it's really a love it or hate it type of thing. Like people are passionate about the pickles in the bags.
Those pickles are enormous. I've never seen like when you get the jar of pickles, they're like not as big as those. Those things are fucking huge.
I know what you're talking about. Like I know they're like a manufactured product, but when you first said a pickles in bags, I truly just imagine like a single loose pickle in like a plastic mystery bag.
It's like stapled together.
That's what they want you to think.
It's like leaking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I was thinking about this the other night because we still consider this a podcast. I was thinking about you know the new podcast that's coming out with that guy he's from YouTube, H3H3, and Trisha Paytas just recently started a podcast together, but like they hate each other.
Oh, is that the thing I've been seeing on TikTok?
Yes,
The clips of
and
it
they
where
were-
she's like she's dumb and mean.
Yes, saying the most problematic things on the planet.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because I was like, if you had to rank podcasts, the quality of podcasts, I feel like we would be on the same. We're not problematic, but we're on the same like low budget level as the podcast, as that podcast.
Oh my god. I respect Trisha Paytas. Like she should
I
be
do-
canceled, but she hasn't been.
I can't stand that woman to save my life. She
No, I mean I hate her, but like
bad lady. Every time, have you seen like on TikTok, every time she does something like new and problematic, people are like, new character unlocked. Because she's like dresses like a different race or like a different ethnicity, and then people are like, new skin unlocked.
Oh my God.
Like she dressed
So
like a
bad.
Selena. She was like, I'm Latinx, like I'm Selena, and everybody in the comments was like, new character. They were like, when is she gonna like cancel already? Like, why is she still on the internet?
Well, so many of the comments are like you really should be canceled for this, but here you are. like she knows she's problematic, and she just like is like, I know, it's so funny, isn't it?
Like that thing she said on that podcast, it was like it was indigenous peoples / Columbus Day or whatever, and the guy was like, oh, it's Indigenous Peoples Day, and Trisha was like, it's Columbus Day, and he was like, no, it's Indigenous Peoples Day, and she said, people are so PC these days, like it's too far, like people are way too PC these days, and I was like, you said that with your whole chest. You thought that was okay.
Is this the woman that eats giant lobster claws?
I love
Like
that we all
dips in
know
a
her from
nail?
different things.
We all have different sides.
Oh my god.
I don't watch those videos. I think I saw it once. It was gnarly.
Secretly, Will is like a Trisha Paytas stan. Oh my god.
I think she deserves all the money and fame that comes to her. I think she's very talented. I think she's the most talented person on the internet right now. I'll stand by that.
I know. Will no.
Will, who hurt you?
I don't know, but Trisha Paytas makes it feel better.
Yeah, on TikTok, literally 5 minutes before our meeting started, I somehow found myself on Emblem 3 TikTok. Do you guys remember that?
I have no idea what that is.
You guys,
It's
you
a
don't
band,
understand.
right?
It took over my 7th to 9th grade career. they took over.
Isn't it? It's a band, right?
It was a band that's two brothers and like their best friend, and they were on X Factor, and they got to like 4th place or something, and then they had that song Chloe that became very popular. And I stand them. I may or may not have had an Instagram for them. So, yeah.
Care to elaborate?
No. No, I just remember that some girl like Venmo'd me like $3 when I was done using the account because she really wanted like the handle. I don't remember what the handle was, but she was like, I'll give you money. And I was like, okay. And she was like, how's $3? And I was like, cool.
When I tried to get the Instagram handle at Wiener, I Venmo'd the guy and I DM'd the guy and I was like, hey man, like, how much for your username? Pretty simple. He was like, there is no earthly number you could offer me that I haven't already heard. I was like, who are you?
What was the account? Like, was it a
There's
meme?
Wiener.
Some dude. And then I was like, like, I get it. And then he's like, you know what, man? Like, he's like, I saw that you do stand up from your link in your bio. Good luck with that. Keep grinding. I was like, I was extremely mad at you 2 minutes ago. Now please be my best friend.
Like no
supportive
post.
friend.
No post? What a loser.
No post. He's 500 followers though, just for having the
What
name.
are his ratios?
Oh my God. Alexandra Rivers, if you're familiar with her, took the username the George Lopez Show on TikTok. She's hoping one day, if the show comes back and if TikTok still exists, that they'll have to pay her for the username.
Wow, that's an
she also showed up on one girl's live, and the girl like freaked out. She was like, "Oh my God, the George Lopez Show is watching it."
The non-verified George Lopez Show.
Oh my God.
so funny.
It's like the guy who like predicted that the Redskins would have to change their name, so he bought like the Washington Nationals, the Washingtons, the Nationals, like all the different variations, and they had to pay him. So it
Really? Oh wow.
yeah, tell your friend, just keep on waiting.
Yeah.
And they settled with the Washington football team.
Yeah.
She's got to make like hundreds of other bot accounts on Twitter to say, man, I really hope they make a George Lopez reboot. I really hope they reboot George Lopez. Dang, I really miss George Lopez. And then like it'll get its the producers will hear that.
That's like investing in the stock market right there. You got to invest when it's low, and then you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it works.
My cousin recently, he graduated high school and then like joined a pyramid scheme for a hot minute. And
Like
then,
everyone in college.
like everyone does. He didn't go to college. He joined a pyramid scheme for a hot minute and then found God and then got out of the pyramid scheme and now has recently joined the stock market and is trying to get some kind of, there's like a license that you can get on Wall Street that he wants really bad. I don't know what it's called.
Accounting?
How do you just join the stock market? Is it like a club?
I don't know.
I think you just walk in with a rotary phone and start screaming into it, and then you'll just become absorbed.
You have to keep a very burnt cigarette hanging in the corner of your mouth all day.
A loose tie. Like, never
Is
have
this
it on
guy's Facebook job entrepreneur?
I don't know how to describe him. He posts like on Instagram, he posts these screen recordings of him going through his stock market app. And like he's in these group chats with like 500, 600 people, like stock marketing. And I was with his brother, my other cousin, and I was like, hey, do you like know what he's up to? And his brother was like, I watch it every day and I live with him. I have no idea what he's doing. No clue.
Oh God.
There's a kid in my high school who's part of a pyramid scheme called Brain Fuel. It's like a fake energy drink, except brain is spelled BREIN because I'm sure there's already a thing called brain fuel. So they just kind of shimmied it around.
That sounds like it
language and are now requesting tons of money.
sounds like it'd be pronounced breen fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, either way,
It's very confusing.
they're not getting a generous donation from me.
My mom was in a pyramid scheme for a hot minute. She refuses to admit that it was a pyramid scheme, but
We're making it sound like it's like a cult.
she was part of like one of those like jewelry businesses where like you buy like a shit ton of jewelry that's like really annoying, like really costumey, and then you have to like tell your friends about it and you have parties and stuff.
Yeah.
She did one of those for a hot minute, and then when she quit, she had like all of this jewelry, and she was like, "But I love it.
It was all worth it."
She's like, "It's worth it because now I have all this amazing jewelry." That's the reason why she got into it, is because she could get the jewelry at half price, and if she liked it, she didn't have to sell it.
She scammed the pyramid scheme.
She schemed the pyramid scheme.
It's like working for Cutco.
My family bought from Cutco.
You're going to be evicted from your home in 2 weeks.
we still have the set, but I remember my neighbor Anthony Sikorsky came over to his house, and like we were only
so not smart to just. We'll be editing this out.
Oh shit! Let me start over.
While you're at it, home address, phone number, social security number.
Our neighbor, who I will refer to as Tony S.
as John Doe.
You're supposed to pick a name that's not
Shit.
close.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Appleseed. My
Rupert, our neighbor, came over to our house, and we were only semi like, you know, we didn't really know him that well. Like he was the son of, you know, he was the son of our neighbors, and
why is it so hard for you to not name drop these?
Whatever. Anyway, Rupert comes over, and I was like a kid at the time. He actually like did a pitch for my parents, or he came in and he like talked about Cutco and how great it was, and they bought his set. And I remember watching him being like, damn, he must be so successful. Like he's already a salesman. He's right out of high school. Oh my God, he's so cool. And then apparently like my dad like later that year was at like a party, and Rupert was also there, and he said he tried to strike up conversation with him because he was like, he thought of himself as like his client now, and like that they had like a special relationship, and he like ignored him and like didn't want to talk to him. So my dad came home all pissed, and he was like, "Fuck that Rupert guy." He bought his entire set of knives and can't even say hi to me. And it was only years later that I learned that Cutco was a scheme, and it was a horrible pyramid scheme.
You ever watch like that documentary on Vice where like those women who were like selling those really gross leggings on Facebook? Like that pyramid scheme ended up like really, really crashing, but people were building like stores to sell these really horrible, ugly leggings that had like gigantic animal prints on them. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Justice?
No. I think it was called LuLaRoe.
Oh
yeah, my family bought from that.
Well, I'm sensing a trend.
Your parents are Republican pyramid scheme investors.
Yes, that's exactly what they are.
Oh my God. I loved Justice as a child. I really thought it was
I also love Justice.
I am not surprised, honestly.
I remember like girls in 4th grade would talk about it at like the break, like at recess. And I'd be like, what is this Justice?
It's like, I'm also a fan
you
of
wouldn't get it.
the law.
But I just remember thinking like neon was like, that was fashion. That was fashion.
I still think that.
I loved how like like if you went into Justice and you played like a sport, you could like get a pair of leggings that had like softball or like basketball written on the
Yeah.
leg. And like I did dance at the time, and I used to beg my parents for those neon green sweatpants that said dance on them.
People would know.
I was like, yeah, I'm a dancer.
I was obsessed with the the fingerless gloves. Not for any purpose, like
Say
as a
no
fashion
more.
statement.
Say no more.
Nice.
But I remember my I wanted like more pairs of them. My parents were like, "No, you don't need more fingerless gloves." So I started
37 is enough.
I started cutting up my socks
That's
and
one
like wearing
glove that you have.
like in public, like as like fashion.
Like, what?
Did you wear like eye black?
But there was a time where my little brother.
Wait, like it was one hole. You cut 5 holes into a sock to wear.
No, I would cut like the toe part of the sock completely off, and then a little extra hole here for the thumb.
Oh my god!
And I would just be like
baggy.
So they're fingerless mittens.
I'll make a pair for next week, and I'll wear them.
Please.
But my little brother saw me like wearing them all the time. He won't watch this, but if he somehow did and heard me saying this, he'd kill me. But he would beg me to make him a pair.
He couldn't figure it out.
He was like 4. Okay.
Okay, still.
It was like
No layman crap.
Fucking dumbass 4-year-old.
So, yeah.
I can't even like imagine you cutting a pair, like an actual sock. Like, would it has no resistance. It could just fall off. But like then the thumb would like be all bunchy. That's like a foot.
Clearly, the only problem with the idea is the bunchiness. Other than that.
We weren't allowed to, like, at my school, we weren't allowed to wear any kind of accessory. Like, fingerless gloves were, like, really big, and, like, people would bring them to school, like, the fishnet ones, and teachers would get, like, like, almost, like, the same level of anger if you had the word, like, had, like, I can't think of a mean word right now. I feel like
You walk into 4th grade, you just cut right on your forehead. Everyone's like, "What? What does that mean?"
If you had that written on your forehead, they got the same level of anger at fingerless gloves. They were pissed.
Do you remember silly bands?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A bracelet. In my school, they were banned because kids were like, it was like a drug trade.
It was like an underground economy.
You made it. There's this one kid in my class who was like Tony Montana, had like this thing on each arm. People would be like, "Can I please get a Stegosaurus?" He'd be like, "Get the fuck out my face before I hurt you."
Do you guys remember Japanese erasers?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, they were like these little erasers that looked like, I don't know, like food most of the time, and you could those silly bands and Smensels. Did you guys have Smensels?
Smensels. I wanted them so bad.
Those were so fun. I think if I saw those today, like I would for sure get them.
My mom was like, "You can buy a pack of pencils for $2.50 at Walmart. We're not buying you Smensels." I was pissed.
Did you guys have cookie pens?
Yes.
Oh, come on. You know cookie pens, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You said that so intensely with your face like all the way up there.
We'll get closer. We'll get closer.
I have 50 cookie pens in a suitcase right now. Waiting for them to become retro so I can sell them at a scalper's price on eBay.
Oh my
Cookie pens
God.
are so ineffective to write with. They're so
Very
fat.
uncomfortable.
They're so big and fat. Like, you can't actually write with them. What you're doing.
Oh my God. Wait, sorry, I remembered another one. Did you guys, wow. Okay, maybe this was just my school, but like for a while, like patterned duct tape was a really big thing.
Oh, yeah.
And girls would make like duct tape their pencils and make it so it had like a big duct tape flower on the back. Yeah. Yes. Equally uncomfortable to write with.
And there was that whole like, it might have been like Teen Vogue or something, and there was like a duct tape prom dress like competition.
Yes.
You remember
Yeah.
that?
And the wallets too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Duct tape wallets were the shit.
There were girls like threatening to wear like duct tape clothes to school, and teachers had to be like, "You can't do that."
Please
Like-
put on a garment.
They were like, "Police wear actual
This
clothes."
isn't adhesive.
This is like, think about the chafing on any part of your body. The chafing.
Happy your mind goes straight to the genitalia.
What if you like for example, like the prom dress thing? What if you made a strapless duct tape dress? You are fucked. Your nipples are gonna be gone by the end of the night. They will be gone.
Oh, see, okay. I always assumed it wasn't like stuck directly on you.
No, I mean, well, no, but it's like the chafing, because I would assume it would be double layered. I would assume it had like no sticky side.
Right. That's what I thought.
Feel like that kind of texture.
Yeah.
It's like
It can do damage.
it's gross.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word. I want that to be a Project Runway challenge. If Project Runway ever comes back, okay, I love that show. I hope
Along with the George Lopez show.
Along with the two shows that need to come back in 2020 are the George Lopez show and Project Runway.
Move over, Seinfeld, Friends.
Or like Drag Race. If Drag Race did like a duct tape runway, you know, like these shows that have to make clothes. I want people to make clothes out of duct tape because you saw it in Teen Vogue in 2012. I want to see it come back.
They should do that. The runway is actually duct tape, and it's like the whole challenge is making your round around the runway. So sticky.
Yeah,
It'd be like Wipeout.
Oh my gosh, Wipeout. The best show on television.
Oh my god.
Have you guys ever seen the new? It's like basically the new Wipeout.
It's
But
bad.
it's called Cannonball.
It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so bad. It's good. Okay. Have you seen that one episode?
So bad, it's good.
It's like episode. It's like season 1 episode. I want to say 12. I'm not positive.
Oh
I
wow.
wanna say 12. They had this guy. My uncle came to my house just to show me this video. He came, turned on the Hulu, and was like, "We need to watch this right now." And it was a guy, or maybe it was a girl. I think it was a girl who went down this gigantic slide and went like Jesus Christ on the cross onto this like big. What's the word I'm looking for? The big cylinder thing.
A ball?
Yeah, I guess. It's like
All that hurrah, and you were looking for ball?
I don't know what it's called.
This
It's like
big
a swing-
cylinder thing.
like a swingy, like it's like a punching bag, but like you're not supposed to punch it. They were supposed to like
A
see.
nutsack.
They were supposed to see how high they can touch it on this big cylinder thing, and instead of touching it, the girl just completely face plants into this big cylinder thing. It was very entertaining, very funny.
Did she win?
No,
Oh.
she did not win. She took a big old tumble. It was very funny.
Ugh.
I love.
I don't understand how like Wipeout was like allowed, or why people put themselves through that physical pain.
They were all out of shape, like middle-aged.
Literally,
people.
it was never like an athlete. Like, it was
Yeah.
like people who should not be doing this.
Oh my gosh, they should make the American Ninja Warrior people. do
Yeah,
the
I just
Wipeout
remember
one.
that. Yeah. We would watch it religiously at our yearly beach vacation. That's all we would watch.
It's the only thing that's on is those cables in those hotels.
Yeah.
It's like when you go on vacation and all you watch is diners, dive-ins, and drives for like a whole week.
That's just that show is a token of American culture.
Yeah.
It's like if you walk into any doctor's office, they're always playing HGTV no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like Muhlenberg Counseling Center, that's the only thing they play.
Or the People's Court. Every time I walk into my dad's office, he's got on the People's Court or Judge Judy. And the receptionists are just sitting there like, I'm here for an appointment. Shh. It's the verdict.
They're always so ridiculous. Like
Judge
the
Judy makes
cases.
$45 million a year
Are you kidding me?
to make fun of the low income people.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, really basic. I mean, is she even a real judge? She kind of just does make fun
No, she
of,
did go to law
poor
school.
people.
She's like an actual lawyer. I don't know if she's an actual judge. All I know is that she makes $45 million a year.
Do you think those rulings are real? You know, when people they like come to this show and they have like real problems. They're like, she took my money or she took this. And then Judge Judy's like, you're a fat cow.
You are the dumbest, poorest person I've ever encountered. And they're just like, you know what, Judge Judy was right. I'm going to change my life.
Like, I'm going to drive away in my Rolls Royce and call you stupid.
The cases are always. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Max.
My grandma met her one time and said she was a sweetheart.
Aww.
Oh, well, we have that now. So,
Grandma, if you're watching, you're welcome.
That's nice.
Has anyone ever used like a Judge Judy case verdict as like precedent in court?
That would be
like
so
to
funny.
win a like that they reference like Judge Judy, like Jimbo versus Cletus in the trailer park kerfuffle.
That's why they haven't overturned gay marriage yet, is because there was a Judge Judy ruling that's like, let the men love. The Supreme Court can't.
Yeah.
Judge Judy is on the Supreme Court.
The landmark case is Judge Judy.
Roe v. Wade was on season 2.
Yeah.
Way back when.
Oh my God. If Donald Trump can be president, I think Judge Judy should take RBG's place on the Supreme Court.
Honestly.
Well, didn't that new person?
I think America would be okay with that.
Me too. Well, didn't that new person not know the First Amendment? Like they asked her what is the First Amendment, and she didn't say right
she
to
couldn't
protest.
name like all of the parts.
Yeah.
All of like the rights you have. And it was like it was like the right to protest, and I was like,
she was like,
in
free
this economy,
speech.
you can't remember the right to protest.
Yeah, she was like free speech, religion. I don't fucking know. Who?
And they were like, that's an important one, and she was like, yes.
Yeah.
They were like, is climate change real? And she was like, that's so political. That's such a political thing to talk about. I'm a judge. I can't have
she's not supposed to take sides.
There is no side, Will.
Oh, she's a judge.
I feel so bad for her adopted children when she was announced that she was getting nominated for the Supreme Court, because the whole thing was like, oh, like she like too conservative, and they're like, no, she has 2 adopted Haitian children. And Fox News expected everyone to be like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
like, oh, she can't hate the gays now.
Yeah, she has 2 adopted children from Haiti.
Horrible. Oh my God, I hate that so much. They were like, look, she's so nice. I was like, just because she has 2 adopted children does not redeem her from the fact that she literally in every speech ever can find a reason to offend and condemn someone.
Oh my God. I tried to talk to my mom about it, and I was like, what do you think about this? And my mom was like, well, it's her job to not actually answer the questions. You know, they're trying to trick her. And I was like,
it's a job interview.
Not what I was looking for, Ma.
Oh, disappointment after disappointment. It's fine.
If anybody
anyway, you ever notice when your mom's being a bitch?
Yes, actually, all the fucking time, all the time.
Oh my God.
If anybody wants to know what's happening in this house today, we're supposed to be getting, my mom and I make ourselves dinner a lot, you know, as we do. And my mom was like, oh, they're having a coupon code on this HelloFresh thing, you know, that people talk about on YouTube that I didn't think that real people use. She's like, I ordered a box of HelloFresh. I want to see what it's like. And it's supposed to come today, but it's not coming till 9:00 at night.
It's going to be a late Sopranos kind of dinner.
You're having dinner at 9 p.m., but it doesn't like it. You still have to cook it. So I was like, cardboard box chicken at 9:00 at night.
My parents used to do that. It was actually pretty good. And a couple people who I live with do it because we have no meal plan. So they're like, I kind of need a meal plan. So they subscribe to it, and apparently it's pretty good.
It's not expensive. Like
No, it's great price, good food.
like $5 a meal.
There's a kid in my house who's stockpiling Chef Boyardee. That's what he eats every day.
That's gross.
I'll take fucking boxed chicken.
Didn't we shit on Chef Boyardee last time?
I think I mentioned it before.
Last week's episode.
Yeah,
Come on. It's not that bad.
You can't just jump right in to sit in.
You have to watch last week's episode to figure out why we hate Chef Boyardee in this house.
Because the can doesn't actually roll from the supermarket to your house. It's not like the commercial. I tried.
You start rolling one at the grocery store, then you go home and just wait.
And then a car fucking runs it over and explodes. I'm just like, shit.
Oh my god.
I hate going to the grocery store right now. I genuinely hate going to the grocery store right now because people will not wear their mask on purpose and then like carry their phone in their front pocket, like waiting for someone to say anything.
They're 15.
Yeah, people have just given up.
This isn't a good time to be in Republican Pennsylvania. People are doing things just to straight up be annoying at this point. Bad
I remember in like the beginning of quarantine, right after I had COVID, I went to the supermarket every day. I shit you not, every day. I went to 3 supermarkets looking for paper towels every day. I'd scout, and then I'd text like a group of other mothers that my mom was friends with. I'd be like, ShopRite has them. Stop and Shop, it's a no-go.
I remember for a while in my area, everyone was was making bread and shit. So no one could find yeast anywhere. And I remember, like, I literally, because I started doing Instacart and stuff, and I would have multiple friends be like, hey, so while you're like out doing Instacart today, can you like pick up some yeast if it's there? I just thought it was like such a bizarre situation.
It's a weird thing to just go and pick up.
I know.
Yeast.
There was a lot of things that like went out of stock, like those circuit machines. Those were out of stock at my local Walmart for a while.
What do you mean circuit machines?
Those like the how to make your own T-shirt. Like the
yeah.
Like all these white moms are like taking trademark logos and making T-shirts and selling them on Facebook, which they can get sued for. They think it's okay.
Judge Judith Scheinlin is on it.
Is that her name?
Yeah. Are you even a real fan, Chrissy?
I've never heard her name before.
Oh my god.
I love how going back to Judge Judy. I love how the bailiff is in on it too, because Judge Judy will shit on both of the people and he'll just be like, good one, Judy. That's the class A banter.
Oh my god.
They're friends. Oh, all right. Shall we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go get 5 guys.
This was a nice mellow episode today. Last week was extremely high energy, so this is a nice mellow thing.
Yeah, we were pretty chill, I'd say.
Yeah,
for our fans that still have not come down from their high from watching that last episode, this will be a good palate cleanser, if you will.
A good sniff of some coffee beans at the perfume store, if you will.
Yeah.
Such a lengthy metaphor.
Watch this one in the bath with some candles lit and some smooth jazz playing.
Because looking at that face that close to the camera, naked in a tub, is exactly what these people need, Will.
Will's grown out hair 8 inches away from you in the bathtub. That's what everybody
Will's like, I hope that water's warm.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna be done for today.
All right.
All right.